But people out there, just put a 24-hour delay on what you're doing and post it the next day. It doesn't matter.
Or when you're home, like whatever. But
That's great. That's really good advice, and at every level, because especially for females watching, like in general, if you're a female and you're going out, even if you're just at university or whatever, like never ever post in real time where you are, because it's so dangerous now. There's so many people on it. I know quite a few people who've been robbed. Their villas have been robbed while they go to dinner because they post they're in this fancy villa and they're on holiday, and then they're out for dinner. So the guys know, and watches get taken, all this sort of stuff. So you have to be super careful, especially if you're going to, Colombia's. I've never been to Colombia.
Oh, you have
not? No. Sure, it's a different matter.
Oh, I love. I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite places. I've been there now 3-4 times. Had a couple girlfriends there as well. I think it's no secret that I have a weakness for Latinas. And this is another thing we have to talk about. And I know that the people that answered the story that I did, what topics we should talk about, a lot of it is about like love and women. And because I know you guys love that. And it's very important actually, because it can wreck any successful man. We all know it. We've seen it. It happened to you, to me. It happens right now to people, good guys. So you got to protect yourself in every single way as a high value man or an upcoming guy that's like, working his ass off. You don't want to get wrecked by some girl. It's just not worth it. And you want to be also not simping towards a girl. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not going to lead to anything good. So that's something we have to touch on as well. Because what I see happening, and I know quite a few even like very successful people that when it comes to women, they got completely lost and again and again and again. And I'm like, wow.
I think a lot of success from a man's standpoint, most of the time when I boil it down, the reason they became successful financially is because they weren't successful with women. So they felt rejection in this side of their life. So they took that energy and that heartbreak or whatever it was, and they built it into success in this side of life. But that doesn't mean they fixed the love side, and then what happens is they're financially wealthy or, whatever it is, and then they get used by women, right? And they don't even realize it because they haven't got that radar. They haven't built that radar because they've been so focused. Happens with a lot of IT guys and people that, So what a lot of guys, I speak to a lot of people about this, and it's like when you become a certain level, it's like it's more about what you don't want than what you do want, right? And someone told me, okay, I don't do dating apps or anything like that, but what's it called when you like cancel out the people? You have conditions almost. I'm not going to communicate this very well but it's like when you say in your paragraph or whatever it is that you're writing, you explain like what they have to pass like almost tests to even get your attention. What we have in society now is females run the attention game. So it's like men are, you use the word simping, whatever, they're simping to women rather than the women simping to the men, right? So again, it comes down to levels and where you are in your life and all that sort of stuff. If you're not doing anything with your life and you're not, we call a high value man or whatever phrase you want to use, you then can't put these tactics into play, right? Yeah. But if you are financially stable or you are doing well for yourself, you then should be able to select what you want out of life with your partner and with love and all these sort of things. But most men, they get attention from a woman, then she's nice, she likes me, she says hello, and then they just get sucked in, rather than, I always say, every man on the planet, they'll be able to set goals about business and they'll be able to set goals about their physical condition. I want to go to the gym. I want to be able to bench press 100 kilos or whatever it is. Yeah. But no one will set goals for their wife or their girlfriend or like the sort of woman they want to have in their life. They don't look at it as like a business plan because they think, love's this mysterious thing that like, you just feel it. And when you feel it, It's like, listen, bro, okay. But if you cancel out all the bad stuff, then you know that you're going to feel it. And you might be right. You have to have that connection and you have to have that thing. But you don't want to have that thing with some whore that's going to take everything from you. You know what I mean? So you need to at least set a standard of the woman that you want to be with. And for a man to do that, I think is very, very rare now, that I find. But love is not my subject. You know, I've been married now coming on 10 years. So
all right, then love is your subject. I think that's a beautiful thing. Congrats on that. I think not many people can say that these days, unfortunately. And that's a reality. That's a reality. Look at the statistics, right? The divorce rate has never been higher than ever. I mean, it's crazy. And the reason why is look at what's happening in the world. Look at what the social media is doing to us, right? We're opening our phones and we get all this, you know, information and women and men and DMing and it's like we're very far away from God, unfortunately, and that's why we got to talk about this and we got to talk about God. We cannot just talk about money. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in this money game and just talking about money, and then a guy like that made his money starts falling in love and gets completely, you know, fucking thrown away and like sucked into this endless pit of darkness. And women understand that power. Women understand that they control this guy, right? And unfortunately,
but this is sorry to say.
Yeah,
this is the thing for me. What like you, like any man, like any woman, you're only going to respect somebody that sets a boundary for you. Mm-hmm. So if you're out there and you said like you're a man out there and this woman sucking you in or whatever, if you say no, you can't do that. You have to do this. The fear of rejection, if you say to a woman no, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that because then maybe she won't like me. It's like, that's exactly what they like. Yeah. That's exactly what they want. They want you to set the boundary. They want you to say no. They want you to be like, you can't do this. This isn't okay. I want this, and this. Because if you're able to, if you have the balls, again, it comes down to confidence, it comes down to self-worth and all these things, to understand that you are the guy that is allowed to set these boundaries for these women, then they are going to treat you differently. Whereas if you're just like, oh, fly me to Dubai and take me out for dinner, okay. Yeah, it's like there's no respect there. There's zero respect. And once the respect is gone and there's no framework for the relationship, you just get sucked dry.